Good afternoon, guys. This is another chance of living. We thank God for such an opportunity. My name is Wayne Diego, and as I usually say, that I'm a blessing, you're a blessing to our world. This afternoon, I want us to focus on a topic that has been part of us, part of our lives. We have been experiencing it severally. We are going to understand if it is okay that we keep it to be part of our lives or we eliminate it completely out of our lives. The topic is on oversympathy. What is oversympathy? Oversympathy refers to when someone expresses excessive or misplaced sympathy to the point that it becomes unhelpful or harmful. It happens when emotions take over logic, leading to enabling overprotectiveness or an inability to moving forward. And that is the definition of oversympathy. Now in this, I want us to look on two stories, and that is about the story of David killing Goliath and the story of Jesus being crucified. In the story of David killing Goliath, one man would ask that if I would be in a position to be killing Goliath, I don't know if I would manage to be in that position because it's not something that is normal. But you see, David as a young boy, not even his brother Eliab would manage to go at the center of the battlefield and challenge such a man who was ready to clear out mankind, especially when he was huge. And you see, what we learn in this is that David was a determined young man, a man who had faith in God and knew that he would manage to fight Goliath to the end. And this story comes from the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, where we learn that no man stood before Goliath, but only David stood before Goliath. And here, I wanted us to look on how our sympathy relates with this story. When you look at this young boy, many, when you place yourself, try to place yourself in that situation. If you could have been David, David never had the chance to say that I'm a small boy. Look at me. All these great men, all these men who are well-being, they are here, but they have left me to come and fight this giant. They have left me alone. No, David did not look at that, but he saw that he had the ability to fight Goliath, to destroy him, even though he was a young boy. This is what we are experiencing. We've experienced all through our lives about our sympathy, and this is what is killing a lot of men. When you look in the story of Jesus in Luke 23 verse 28, whereby Jesus was telling the daughters of Jerusalem that not to cry for him, but rather they cry for themselves. They cry for themselves. Jesus was trying to imply that he was heading on to victory in the same way that David saw that. Now there's something that we understand here when on the two, that they never had sympathy. It is okay for a man to sympathize with his situation, but over sympathizing kills a man's destiny. Can you imagine if Jesus had said that, oh, have mercy on me, I'll just have to take this, but he would have ran out not to take the mission. Perhaps, not even perhaps, the world would not receive the victory that it has today. They would not have reached the dream of covering his destiny of being a great king at that young age. And he brought about victory in Israel just because he never sympathized with the situation to see that he was that young boy, as other men saw themselves. Now, what we learn about this, how to fight over sympathizing with yourself, and I tell you, it will kill you. Look beyond. What is beyond? Look at the two, where they relate that there was something great beyond, and that was victory. They saw victory in all the things that they were facing, in the situation that they were in. Despite the pain, don't allow the pain overwhelm you, dictate your life on how it has been. Whether you have lost a loved one, it is never okay for you to stay and rely and be thinking about it each and every moment. Whether you have lost money, you have been bankrupt, you are poor in that situation, relying on that will kill you, will finish you, will deter you from making steps and ends meet to give a story to the world that you made it. You know, I sat down and came and listened to the stories of great men, and I understood Many are the great men that faced a lot of challenges, and right now they're giving testimonies that they are billionaires. Great men who will sit down and tell them that they tell their stories, and I heard those stories. Some of the challenges they underwent is at the point that you will never desire to undergo what they underwent. You will never desire to undergo what these great men underwent. But in all this, they looked beyond. Why? 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 Why are you not looking beyond? Why are you over sympathizing with your situation? No one will ever sympathize with you. And that is why the language of great men, even when it comes to transforming lives, they never, it's rather that they don't give you financial support, but they focus on instilling value to the lives of men. That is why you will find a great man sitting at a point of saying that, young man, I'll help you study, go abroad in order to add value to your lives. They aim at building capacity and enabling men build capacity, transforming lives and instilling value such that you can depend on yourself, not rely on sympathizing, because they understand that when you over sympathize, it's rather giving it's rather giving a man instilling value in them rather than giving you money, giving a man money who is not disciplined. At the end of it all, that man will end up spending what he has been given and come back and start crying in the same situation that he was in. The language of great men. And I understood that is why they never sympathize the situation, because they understand that everyone can bear the capacity. What I want you to understand this moment is that God can never bless you. God can never bless you in a position you cannot bear. You can read this in 1 Corinthians. He can never give you a temptation you can never bear, you cannot bear in your life. Rather, He gives you something you can carry. So you might see that you are overwhelmed in the position you are in, but you have the ability to come out from that position. And just urging you, take steps, look beyond. You'll manage to come out from that situation. It's not about thinking about that situation every moment. You want to cry. You're never going to make a step. You're never going to move. You're going to be sympathizing with yourself, over sympathizing and killing your destiny. And time is moving. You don't have time, my friend. You don't have time. You don't have time. You need to start making ends meet. You have to accept the situation and move forward. You have to accept that you'll be healed of the situation that you face and start moving forward to your destiny. And you see, another thing that I understood, that is through all this path to destiny, rather after experiencing all these challenges and the pain, it's all about having faith. But I will not advise you to have faith when you don't have strategy. That is something that I'll not advise you to do. Have faith when you have strategy. When you read James says that faith without action is death. What is it that you have at hand? When I reflect back to the same story of David killing Goliath, David did not go in the battlefield empty-handed. He had God, yes, but he needed to have something at hand in order to destroy the giant, to destroy the obstacle that was before him. And that is why he had 5 stones. Now, I want to advise you to use whatever you have. It's not a matter that you have millions of money. To start small. Start small. And fight that obstacle. Small by small, step by step. The 5 stones, like the way David had. And he managed to beat such a great giant who wanted to bring destruction over Israel and bring an embarrassment. Would you rather allow embarrassment to feed on you and people say that you died because you over sympathize with your situation, dying poor, dying in that situation just because you lost a loved one? No. The devil never sympathizes with your situation. I tell you, it's a matter that you rise, for you are a great man. You're destined for greatness. You're not destined to fall. You're not destined to sympathize with your situation. Pick up your mat and go, the same way that Jesus told the lame man when he healed him. Pick up your mat. Don't look at the situation. You can do it. You're a great person. God has destined you for greatness. God bless you. Have a nice time. And remember, it is never too late to make a difference. God bless you.